A few years ago, as a mere boy of 28 years old, I really wanted the Fiendish Tyrannosaurus from the Hasbro's Wizards of the Coast miniature line for a campaign I was running. Sadly, that miniature was well out of my price range. Now, in the year 2019, perhaps I can use my crafting skills to make this toy into a Fiendish Tyrannosaurus. So apparently this toy is from the ill-fated American version of Godzilla, aka a baby Zilla. The number one thing is that I think it looked better with the mouth open. So with a toy like this, the first things first, it's time to superglue all the joints shut and superglue the mouth open. I could have stuck with the superglue as sealing the gaps, but I decided to get all fancy and knead up some green stuff, Knead-A-Tight sculpting putty, aka plumber's putty. You need your hands nice and wet, your hands and your tools nice and wet when you're sculpting with this stuff. And you know what? Turned out pretty good. I did some basic sculpting. I didn't spend hours doing this. I spent about maybe 40 minutes, I want to say. Just making sure all the toy edges and whatnot were sealed off. And I had a nice pair of horns, because I'm going to make this thing into the Fiendish Tyrannosaurus, and thus the horns. We see here I did a really good job of sealing the gaps. You can't quite tell that this was an action figure. And then I ended up doing just a pretty basic paint thing. I tried to look up some scale stuff, but at the end of the day, this is a toy. I just needed it table ready. So a basic dry brushing was in order, and you know what? Turned out okay. The belly, I don't quite know how to make the belly look better. I tried to do a bit of a gradient, but what are you going to do? I like how the scales on the back are a little bit darker. It's very nice looking, very imposing. And of course, when you put this on the table, people are going to know exactly what it is. That is a Fiendish Tyrannosaurus, a gigantic D&D monster which will decimate my players unless they figure out a creative solution. So there you have it, folks. $1.50 at the thrift store and about an hour and a half of work, and I have a custom sculpt which is table ready. If anybody has done their own conversions lately or has any suggestions for future projects, please let me know in the comments below.
Have a great day, and as always, thank you for watching the video.